Hello, Emmanuel Worship Arts family. Thanks so much for watching this video about platform attire here at Emmanuel Community Church. It can be kind of a hot topic, but our goal is first of all to keep the goal in mind and then also to provide some clarity about what we should and should not wear on the platform, because we believe that will lead us to freedom in worship and the ability to really glorify God and to help others worship. Pastor Josh, our pastor, has said that he doesn't want to have a rule-based system. Instead, he wants us to follow the guidelines of the Apostle Paul in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 3, where he says, "We put no stumbling block in anyone's path so that our ministry will not be discredited." In other words, we want to reflect God's character. We want to reflect our church, and we want to reflect ourselves in a way that draws people to Jesus and isn't a stumbling block, because the gospel can already be a stumbling block to some. And so we want to remove all of that. We're going to give some details here, but keep in mind that as we say, and this is straight out of our handbook that applies to our staff and to everyone on the platform, that your appearance reflects not only you as an individual, but your walk with Christ and on the church as well. We expect you to take pride in your appearance, to dress appropriately and modesty, while striving to achieve a positive image representing Christ and the church as well. So what does that mean? Well, first of all, we want you to be able to worship with freedom. In other words, don't want you to have to worry about, like, what am I wearing? Is it okay? Is it not okay? We want you to be able to focus on God and leading God's people in worship. And there's freedom in that clear communication. 2, we want to honor you by presenting you in the best light. In other words, you might have a friend who comes up and says, "Hey, your zipper's down," or "You got spinach in your teeth." And aren't you glad to have a friend like that? That's what we want. We want to be a friend who tells you on the front end what's appropriate, so you're not afterwards hearing from another person, "Hey, what were you thinking when you wore that up on the stage?" Blah. 3, we want to avoid distractions. And that can be kind of confusing. Like, what is a distraction? Well, as we'll talk, one of our guidelines is don't wear a t-shirt with a big logo on it. And you might say, well, why is that? What's the big deal? If it's not like something that's profane or, dirty on the t-shirt, what's the problem? Well, let me illustrate. I have a favorite t-shirt. It says this, Midwest Coast. And if I wore that on the weekend, someone might be wondering, wait a minute, is that the Midwest Coast? Does the Midwest have a coast? Or wait a minute, is it the Midwest Coast? Well, that would make more sense, right? We are not thinking about God at that point. We're thinking about whether it's the Midwest Coast or the Mid-West Coast. That's a total distraction for what we're trying to accomplish. So what do we wear? First of all, general guidelines: wear something that's cohesive as an outfit, something that you've chosen to wear all together. That's a blend of your personal style, of modesty, flexibility to lead worship and play an instrument, and then general professionalism. Keep in mind that a base of neutral colors is always helpful. It makes Kevin happy because it makes the cameras happy. So you can wear jeans anytime. You can wear shirts with or without a collar. You can wear nice sneakers. You have a lot more choices about what to wear at Emmanuel when you lead worship. We also want to say that don't wear things that are too low. Obviously, men or women, you don't want to see anybody in a low shirt. I don't want to see anybody in really, really short things. Guys, I don't want to wear you in short shorts. Women, I need you to wear skirts that are ending at the knee or below. Those kinds of things. Guys, I don't want to see your six-pack abs, even if you have six-pack abs. Those kinds of things. Here's the thing, guys, and you know this. We have rehearsal right before our service, and so it's really hard if that's when we're having this conversation. So if at any point you go, gee, I wonder if this is appropriate, feel free to ask me, ask someone else on staff. You can find someone to talk to ahead of time and give you some of that feedback. But some basic guidelines about maybe what not to wear. Jeans are okay, again, but no holes. No holes in the jeans. If I can stick my finger, or you can stick your finger through even strings, that's a hole. Distressed hems are totally fine. Shirts, but again, no large logos. Our goal is always to point to God. No shorts, just easier that way. Flip-flops, no open toes. Men especially, I do not want to see your feet. No skin-tight clothes. In other words, treat leggings like bare skin. Ladies, don't think of those as pants. I know that's hard, but think of it as bare skin, no visible undergarments. I don't want to see cleavage, armpits, stomachs, or backs. I know, a little weird, but it's good to say. And then no athletic attire. In other words, no gym shorts and no tank tops. Guys, no tank tops. Hope that helps. Again, our goal is always to provide clarity and also to keep the focus, the goal in mind. As Paul wrote us, we put no stumbling block in anyone's path so that our ministry will not be discredited. Again, our goal is always to give glory to God and to help others worship, even in jeans.